Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick video on some enrichment, specifically a Snuffle mat. It's kind of a new concept over the past year, maybe a little longer before I caught on to it. But it's a really fun way to give your dog a meal, or even treats if you have already given the meal. And it helps with a little bit of enrichment and gets their brain thinking, kind of gets them moving. So this is Gunnar here, and he's actually already found a piece of kibble in it. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna just sprinkle the kibble on the mat. It's kind of hidden throughout the mat, so it's not as easy to get without kind of sniffing around and putting a little effort into it. So I've put some down, and I'm just gonna let him find a little bit here. So the first thing you're gonna notice is it takes a few minutes for your dog to find it, so it's slowing down their eating. So if you've got a dog that's kind of gulping meals, eating really fast or panicked, afraid that someone else is gonna take their food, that type of appearance of how they're taking their meal down, you may wanna slow that down, and this is a really good option. I do find dogs that eat faster can have gastrointestinal issues. This is something that's kind of important for a dog like my Great Dane, or even my Mastiff, who is larger and can be prone to, kind of stomach twisting issues, bloat, things like that. It just makes it a little bit easier. I know some people also will raise things up so that they're easier for the dog to reach. Gunnar being a golden, it isn't as bad for them to reach down, but my Dane I might put up on a platform so she isn't bending down all the way. So as you can see, he's still looking for it, and we didn't even put a full cup on. I just put a couple handfuls. This actually wasn't a handmade or homemade Snuffle mat. It was actually just purchased at Five Below for $5. It does have, different types of fabric and cloth, different textures. So you'll want to do something like this while your dog is being supervised. Obviously, if there's a piece of kibble that's stuck in it that he can't get, he might start tugging on some of the fabric, and I wouldn't want him to pull it apart necessarily. So it's going to be something I'm going to supervise with them, but I can still eat my meal or cook dinner while I'm doing this. I can set it right down in the kitchen, sprinkle the food and go, and so as I'm doing stuff, I can continuously check in on my dog. If you're doing it while you're eating your meal, well, guess what? Your dog is not begging for your food. They're actually eating their own food. So you can see how using an enrichment type program for your dog for their meals can kind of alleviate some of your mealtime frustrations. So I just wanted to hop on and give you this little bit of advice. There's a ton of other types of enrichment opportunities for meals specifically, to put the meals in, have them work for their food. You don't have to just get a Snuffle mat. If you feel your dog is going to be the type of dog that's going to immediately just throw the rug or pull it to get the kibble off of it, then you can try a few other options that we sell in the store here, or that we can make recommendations for, maybe some other homemade items. But this is a really good, cheap, fun way to get your dog's brain engaged in their mealtime and getting them to slow down and think about things a little bit. All right, thank you very much.